Okay, so welcome to the induction ceremony for the newest members of the Randolph-Macon Sigma Pi Sigma chapter. I have enlisted the help of our current Sigma Pi Sigma student members to assist with the introduction, and we're going to start right off with Kyle.
All right, so hello. Sigma Pi Sigma and the Society of Physics students are a linked but distinct set of societies. The Society of Physics students has over 800 chapters, welcomes everyone with an interest in physics and astronomy, and is open to everyone. Sigma Pi Sigma is the corresponding Physics Honor Society, which invites students to join for high academic achievement and service, or those within the field for service to the community. With over 100,000 lifetime members, Sigma Pi Sigma strives to provide a lifelong connection to each member's alma mater and the broader physics and astronomy community. Sigma Pi Sigma strives to uphold its mission, to honor outstanding scholarship in physics, to encourage interest in physics among students at all levels, to promote an attitude of service of its members towards their fellow students, colleagues, and the public, and to provide a fellowship of persons who have excelled in physics and astronomy.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, this is the slide that we should be on now.
The RMC chapter of Sigma Pi Sigma was established on May 10th, 1985. And in Sigma Pi Sigma tradition, each new member signs the membership book.
Okay, Victor.
The history of Sigma Pi Sigma begins in 1920. That year, several physics students and faculty members at Davidson College in North Carolina decided that a physics honor society would be a good idea. In addition to recognizing excellence in physics, an honor society could bring those interested in physics into closer association and encourage them in their professions. Their idea was realized on December 11th, 1921, when 5 students and 4 faculty members meeting in the home of the head of the Davidson College Physics Department formed a group which they named Sigma Pi Sigma. After several years, word spread of the success of the group, and the Davidson Sigma Pi Sigma members began to think that the benefits of Sigma Pi Sigma membership could be shared with others. Sigma Pi Sigma began to grow with the installation of a second chapter at Duke University on May 14th, 1925. A third chapter was chartered at Pennsylvania State University on May 17th, 1926 by Marsh White. The first national convention of Sigma Pi Sigma was held at Davidson College in 1928, with the 6 existing chapters participating. By 1929, there were 10 chapters of Sigma Pi Sigma.
And Victor, I switched the slide, so you can go ahead and read the next one for this slide.
Alrighty. Currently, Sigma Pi Sigma has over 840 chapters across the globe, and new chapters are being added each year. Sigma Pi Sigma now has over 100,000 lifetime members and spans the generations that have developed modern physics and astronomy. We also approach our 100-year anniversary in 2021, a true milestone in our history.
Okay, and Megan.
Our membership cuts across generational lines and represents who we are as a community. Our first members were inducted in 1921. Our newest members are being inducted today. This represents many generations of experience and wisdom that can be brought to bear on the matters that unite us. Together, we are the community and we must support each other. With the recognition of accomplishment comes a responsibility to service at all levels. Nationally, Sigma Pi Sigma members can serve by helping to work for sound national science policies. Locally, Sigma Pi Sigma members can serve in community science education projects and liaisons and in mentoring individual students. Such personal initiative provides opportunities for all members of the local community to learn more about physics and provide visible testimony to the high standards of Sigma Pi Sigma membership. Our colleges, universities, and society know that when we become alumni, because we respect the personal struggle for excellence, we will support the generations of students that follow us. When the experience of Sigma Pi Sigma members is placed at the service of others at any level, then Sigma Pi Sigma touches more lives than may be counted by the number of its members.
And Anshu.
Sorry, the motto of the society is, and I apologize in advance, there's a pronunciation guide written. Nonetheless, I am not a Greek major. That's going to become very obvious. is skepsis prostatis sunisaos. This motto, translated from the badly pronounced Greek, is investigation, the forerunner of knowledge. Our name, Sigma Pi Sigma, comes from the first letters of this motto. The motto emphasizes that experiments are the basis of progress in science. The key is the original design. It has the shape of the historic standard voltmeter. Arched across the top is the name of the society. And the apex of the key is an incandescent lamp connected to a dynamo in the center. The pin, which symbolizes your membership in the society, has this shape. The founders of the society used the standard voltmeter to symbolize the high accuracy, which is the hallmark of careful experiments. The lamp is a symbol of knowledge, and the dynamo represents the creative energy that is so necessary to produce research. Insignia. The official insignia consists of an outline figure of the key with a scroll superimposed on the stem. The Greek word Sophia or knowledge is written on the scroll. The seal. The seal is a circle with the name of the society across the top. The Greek word physika, the root word for physics, is in the center. At the bottom is the founding date of Sigma Pi Sigma.
Thank you. And my apologies to Anshu, although I do think that you're a Latin major, and I think that's why I gave you the hardest one.
Yeah, I figured.
You're not a Greek major, but thank you for doing the most difficult one, and thank you all for helping out with that. So I am going to stop sharing my screen now, and now we will do the induction. We will now induct the new members. Each new member, when your name is called, please unmute your speaker and just say hi so that we can see and virtually congratulate you. Unity Bowling.
Hi.
There's Unity. Wyatt Gray.
So,
Huma Jaffrey.
Hello.
Becca Poland.
Hi.
It is also our tradition to induct new faculty members who have and continue to demonstrate the mission of Sigma Pi Sigma. On this note, we induct Dr. Zachary Collingsworth.
Hello, everyone.
That helps because I'm looking around to find everybody and it's difficult to see where everybody is. Okay, by accepting National Sigma Pi Sigma membership, you accept the responsibility to lifetime service that goes with it. In particular, you agree to uphold the pillars of Sigma Pi Sigma. Encourage those seeking knowledge and competence in physics and astronomy. Develop and maintain an attitude of service. Support colleagues, promote fellowship, and honor excellence in physics and astronomy. And encourage scholarship in physics and astronomy at all levels. All of our inductees will receive a Sigma Pi Sigma pin, like this. It's kind of getting, there we go. Pin and a pen and a certificate to be an outward facing symbol of their honor and ability to serve. All new inductees will also sign the department membership book, which is here. Your signature in the membership book signifies your acceptance of your Sigma Pi Sigma membership. It's kind of floating in and out of the galaxy. There we go. So new members, we will find you, hunt you down and find you. And we will give you your little goodie bag of stuff, including your pin and your pen. And we'll have you take your new pin and sign the traditional book of members. And the members, our new members will be numbers 108 to 112. And if you are looking closely at that slide that had a picture of our membership book of the early members, you might have noticed that Dr. George Spagna was number 16. There's his signature right there. It is now my great privilege to declare you members of Sigma Pi Sigma, and having all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of members to the society. I will now ask number 16, Dr. George Spagna, to please give the charge to our new members.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. As we're all aware, the last year and a half have been, if nothing else, strange. But one of the things it has taught us is that we live in a world where a large number of our fellow citizens don't believe in the things that we believe. They don't believe in evidence. They don't believe in science. They don't believe in listening to those who follow the evidence and draw conclusions and offer advice. You have moved, not just you in Sigma Pi Sigma, but those of you who are witnessing this event, you have moved into this world as people who are recognized as folks who do believe in evidence, who do believe in the practice of science, who do believe in drawing conclusions from that evidence. Part of the charge of Sigma Pi Sigma is to do service to the society around you. But I'm going to add an additional charge to that, one which I think is equally necessary in these times. Don't just be an expert. Be kind. Be forgiving. Be a participating citizen in the process. Discuss with people who disagree with you without being disagreeable. And then they'll know that you're part of the physics community, you're part of the engineering community, you're part of the larger world of science, and in particular, you're part of the larger Randolph-Macon community. Let them know that you're a yellow jacket. That's my charge to you.
Thank you, Dr. Spagna. I am going to, well, I have you big on my screen, and that's okay, because before you leave the spotlight just yet, I have one more announcement. On behalf of the National Office of Sigma Pi Sigma and the other physics and engineering faculty, I'm pleased to present Dr. George Spagna with the Sigma Pi Sigma Outstanding Service Award. Dr. Spagna has served as physics faculty at Randolph-Macon College for 35 years. During this time, he has acted as the director of Keble Observatory, the facilitator of the Astrophysics minor, the physics department chair, and the Sigma Pi Sigma advisor, among many other roles. As the longtime director of Keble Observatory at Randolph-Macon, Dr. Spagna spearheaded the major overhaul of the telescope and observatory building. The new observatory, built in 2017, now houses the largest telescope located between Washington, D.C. and the Blue Ridge Mountains. Dr. Spagna's commitment to this project leaves a lasting legacy for future students and community members. Throughout his career, Dr. Spagna devoted time to increasing the public's understanding of service. As director of the Keble, he has organized weekly public viewing events as well as special events. He has curated historical artifacts from Keble and the physics department for public display around the building. He was also committed to making both Randolph-Macon and the field of physics more inclusive and diverse. For example, he modified a general education course in astronomy for the visually impaired, and he worked to ensure that the new Keble Observatory was accessible to all. He served on several committees to improve the climate of the college for minorities. And he has contributed to programs like Pathways to Science for Hispanic young women. As I've mentioned, Dr. Spagna has been at this small liberal arts institution for 35 years. And in true liberal arts fashion, he has brought many hats to the job. He is not just a physicist. He is not just an astronomer. He is an Episcopalian who has studied the intersection of physics and theology. He is an organ donor who gave a kidney to a colleague. He is a public servant who served as the mayor of the town of Ashland, among many other roles. And he is a family man, a husband, a father, and now a very proud grandfather. George, we are so glad that you have shared your gifts and talents with us. On a personal note, you've been an invaluable mentor to me, and it is truly my honor to present you with this well-deserved recognition of outstanding service. The award, which will be physically bestowed at a later date, will state, in recognition of outstanding service to physics, and thereby exemplifying the mission statement of Sigma Pi Sigma, George Spagna is hereby awarded the Sigma Pi Sigma Outstanding Service Award. Congratulations. And of course, we're all silently clapping for you.
What can I say but thank you? It's been an honor to serve with you. You spoke of my prior dedication to diversity. I'm proud to say that I was department chair when we hired Deanna Woolard. And it had been my longstanding goal as department chair to convert the physics department so it no longer looked like physics was the domain of 40-year-old white guys with beards. I think we got there.
Done that. Very true. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to departmental awards. And we're going to start with the Temple Award, and Dr. Woolard is going to present that.
So it's my privilege to present this year's Temple Award recipients. The Wade J. Temple Physics Scholarship was established in memory of Professor Wade Temple, member of the Randolph-Macon College Physics Department from 1964 to 1982. This scholarship has been established to recognize outstanding physics majors. I am delighted to announce that the 2021-2022 Temple Scholars are Huma Jaffrey and Becca Poland. Congratulations. Ladies, this scholarship will automatically be added to your financial aid package. There is nothing that you need to do other than accept our congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations, Huma and Becca.
Thank you.
The next award is the Bowles Award. The Roland Bowles Award recognizes a graduating physics major who shows great promise as a physicist. Dr. Bowles earned his physics degree from Randolph-Macon in 1958 and went on to become a research scientist at NASA. His passion for physics has brought him back to campus, enriching our department and engaging our students in real-world, cutting-edge research. I am pleased to announce that Anshu Sharma is the 2021 recipient of the Roland Bowles Award for Excellence in Physics. Congratulations, Anshu.
Thank you, Melissa. I'm honored to receive this award.
The next award is the Watts Scholarship, and Dr. Woolard will present that.
Oh, did you want to do the Martin
Did you
Award
change
first?
order?
I'm sorry, I may have printed out something that was older. Please go with what is on the actual schedule.
Let's
All
do
right.
the Martin Award, Jim.
I will do it. So the Ray Martin Award recognizes a graduating engineering physics or future engineering major who shows great promise as an engineer. And Dr. Ray Martin, who has joined us here today with his wife, Carol, has been a tremendous friend of Randolph-Macon College. He is a geotechnical engineer by trade, past president and CEO of Schnabel Corporation, and still working all over the world. And most importantly, he's been a terrific advocate for our engineering program. So I am very pleased to announce that this year's Ray Martin Award for Excellence in Engineering and Engineering Physics goes to Victor Kantapanos.
Thank you. I'm honored to receive.
Be provided at a later date.
And Ray, thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you, Ray.
to see the award bestowed. Yeah, no, I just skipped forward in the program. My apologies.
I know what you think of me and Victor.
Rachel, could I just say one thing? Just
Of course.
Absolutely.
Congratulate Victor on the award, and hope to see you all soon again.
Yes. I'm glad that we all can be together today, but it's so much better in person. So we look forward to seeing everybody in person very soon. Okay, so I'll continue with the Watts. Okay, so the Physics Watts Scholarship was established in accordance with the will of Dr. Stephen H. Watts. It is given annually to one or more outstanding freshmen or sophomores who desire to pursue a major either in physics or engineering. The 2021-2022 Watts recipients are Megan Gunn, Sam Hilbish, and Davis Clemens. Congratulations. Recipients, your scholarship will automatically be added to your financial aid package. There is nothing that you have to do other than to accept our congratulations. Well done. Oh, there you go. I'm going to do my hand. Yay. That's awesome. I have one more award that I would like to present this year. I want to first congratulate our Watts, Temple, Bowles, and Martin Prize recipients. These awards were named after individuals who have had or continue to have a significant impact on our department. Today, I am delighted to announce that this list of named awards will be expanded to include another influential departmental member. It is with great joy that I announce the creation of the George Spagna Jr. Award in Astrophysics. This is to recognize a graduating student who's excelled in their astrophysics studies here at Randolph-Macon College. We have two such deserving students this year, and they are both with us. Please join me in congratulating Wyatt Gray and Unity Bowles as the inaugural recipients of the Spagna Award. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow.
Big wow. And thank you, George, for your service to not only this department, but to the growth of astrophysics. You are so deserving of this. And Wyatt and Unity are certainly examples of everything that you continue to do with the college. And I am thrilled to have this award continue in the future as an example of everything that you have done. I wish that we could be in person. I'll see you tomorrow, but congratulations so much. And I look forward to talking more about this with you and talking to Wyatt and Unity about what this means to them.
I'm touched. Can I sneak in a word here?
No, please. You have the floor.
I think it's especially important to recognize what Wyatt and Unity represent for the astrophysics program. When we first started this, the argument was made that students come to Randolph-Macon for a major, and if they're not quite happy, they might stay for a minor. And we established the astrophysics minor. And we've had numerous students come through here. I see Zach Radecka here. He's one of our astrophysics minors. Wyatt represents a unique case. Wyatt transferred here to do the astrophysics minor. Unity represents what I think is the best tradition of Randolph-Macon. Unity is not a physics major. Unity is not a physics minor. Unity is majoring and minoring in, I think, everything but physics. But Unity decided, after taking a course on the astrophysics minor, the history and philosophy course, that she wanted to do the minor, and she went out and she took a physics course so she could have the prerequisites to do the minor. Unity, you're probably graduating with the equivalent of 2 or 3 bachelor's degrees. I am pleased to have had the opportunity to work with you. Wyatt, I am pleased to have had the opportunity to work with you. I'm going to look at the screen. I'm going to say Becca Poland. I'm pleased to have had the opportunity to work with you. Mary O'Sullivan, I had some time to overlap with you in the intro course. I'm pleased to have had the time to work with you. Anshu, yes. You're still out there freezing Fanta, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I'm back in my room. I just got back from the apartment kitchen, like taking notes. Yeah, after about 2 hours and 45 minutes, the Fanta was frozen. I put it in the freezer box.
Okay, we do numbers here. I will say that for 35 years, it has been my joy to work with this department. There have been some down moments. There have been lots of up moments. As my colleagues have heard me say frequently, I love to teach. They have to pay me to grade. Still have some more grading to do over the next few weeks before I retire. But Randolph-Macon has been half of my life, and it has been a part of my life that I'm not going to regret. Thank you all.
Thank you. So those of you who received the non-scholarship awards, I will be in touch with you. I have some monetary awards to get your way, so please look for an email from me so that I know how to get these to you. But congratulations to all our award recipients. And Dr. Spagna, we continue to celebrate with you as you approach the end of the semester and your retirement. And to all of those who are here today celebrating with us, thank you. We still have more program, but this is clearly an exciting day, and I'm so glad that you can join us.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and admit that I've been in the background chatting with people to see if something was done. Dr. Wooler, could you just restate that the winners of the Watts Scholarship were Sam Hilbish, Davis Clemens, and Matt Gunn.
And Matt Gunn, that is correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we had the right sibling.
Yes.
Awarded there. Okay.
I hope I didn't say the wrong sibling.
I don't know if you did, but I was just sort of double checking to make sure that it was.
Megan got it that last year. Matt gets it this year.
Yeah, so we're passing on from sibling to sibling.
Yes.
All right, great. So next thing that I want to do is recognize officers in some organizations. So I'm going to announce I will have certificates for you later, but I want to recognize the people who have been working for the Society of Physics Students, the SPS. The leaders of that organization this year were Anshu Sharma was the president, and I'm going to have him speak in just a minute to give a little overview of what's been going on with SPS this year. The vice president was Becca Poland. The treasurer was Megan Gunn, and the secretary, who I believe is not here, is Kong Kant. And Anshu, would you like to say a few words about a summary of what has been happening with SPS this year?
Sure. So the pandemic, the pandemic was one layer of difficulties. We could not do in-person demonstrations, and we didn't even do virtual demonstrations. That's in the fall. We did hold 2 physics Jeopardy games. For those of y'all who had to suffer through my moderation of that, I so appreciate your patience. I am no Alex Trebek. Nevertheless, I hope you all learned something and had some fun. One of them was just a meeting, I think, on a Friday afternoon. The other was actually a late night block, so a late night event. And I think that's a non-physics majors there, so that was good. We also had Alex Keller visit in the fall for a talk. That was quite nice. And beyond that, it's like, and this is mostly my fault. And J-Term and Spagna was mostly informing y'all about events such as the Conference for Undergraduate Women in Physics, various department senior seminar talks, and various opportunities for scholarships through the Society of Physics students, or for events through the Chemistry Club. Thank you, Dr. McCluskey, for emailing out notifications with Chemistry Club announcements. I apologize for not being more active in doing stuff this spring. That's on me. I am graduating this year, and at the start of the spring, I was in a tizzy with grad school and jobs, and yes, this stuff did sneak up on me. And even now, I'm still in the tizzy trying to get that all together. And it doesn't help that that technology it's like that tech difficulties getting in the way. Although I should be fine. Pro tip: back up your stuff. Dropbox, iCloud, Google Drive, very useful. Yeah, but and going in forward, there's a lot of opportunities for events. So the virtual, or hopefully next year some more in-person events. I sent y'all an email about the Picture Scientist documentary. That is, I highly recommend that you all watch that. I think that should be viewed by everyone in the sciences or in academia in general. Anyone, because the things it touches on racism, sexism, systemic biases, harassment, things that all of us need to keep in mind as we ask ourselves, like not just it's like how are we conducting ourselves? What sort of behavior are we permitting? It's like, colleagues and whatnot, like what sort of atmosphere are we creating? So take a look at that if you can. There's 3 weeks left, so it's probably not going to happen. But if there's significant demand, we could do a panel discussion on it, or even maybe an outdoor film showing. Delta Zeta had one this past Friday, and yeah, also it's like going forward demonstrations. There's a lot of cool equipment. Feel free to ask Professor Dominguez for a tour. We've done stuff with the Van de Graaff generator. We've done stuff with lasers. It's like that's been a personal favorite of mine. Doing the diffraction experiment to show that light is a wave, but also then shining a green laser and a red laser on fluorescent material and showing how the green laser shows up as an orange dot to show that that is a particle. We've done stuff with optical transmitters, Cartesian divers, memorably flame pistons. It's a gas law demonstration, among other things, and I'm sure that there's many opportunities for many cool demonstrations there. Pay attention to the Chesapeake section of the American Association of Physics Teachers meetings. It's like you don't have to it's like those things are for physics teachers to discuss. That said, it's like they are eager to take in student presentations, and I know this because I gave 3 talks at 2 meetings, 2 in my freshman year, 1 demonstration and 1 talk, and then 1 last year. And so they're very to get the student perspective. So it's a very good experience to get a talk under your belt. And yes, on your resume, it's a good way to demonstrate that you're getting involved in things. If anyone's got any questions about what we do in SPS, about serving as an SPS officer, I'll be happy to take them. It's tricky. It's like, not gonna lie, it is tricky keeping a club active, especially in a small department at a small school, when it's like, frankly, people who are involved in one thing are often the people involved in multiple things. So it's just a lot of balls to juggle. That said, it's like there's a lot of opportunities out there. And again, it's like just doing 1 or 2 events per semester that can really facilitate a good time for all. So yeah, take advantage of things. Sorry, that was probably a lot longer than good.
Thank you, Anshu. So obviously no need for Anshu to apologize for doing too little. I'm really impressed with what you guys were able to do during this difficult time. And it's been a great year, despite the fact that things have been really challenging. So I just want to express again my appreciation to those of you who were leaders in the SPS and those of you who are members of the SPS. And I really do want to encourage you. Anshu is graduating, and so we have a few of the leaders who are moving up in years who can be officers again. But we are always looking for new people, fresh blood, to come in and serve as leaders of the SPS. So now I want to ask Jim if he would like to say anything about making the engineer club.
Well, let me just first thank our officers, President Mary O'Sullivan, Vice President Megan Gunn, Secretary Devin Patrick, and Treasurer Anshu Sharma. As Anshu so clearly stated, it's been a tough year to do anything. And even when you try to do things, you don't always get the permissions, I guess, to do things the way you want them to. But I know the group worked hard, especially at the start of the year, to welcome some of the new engineers, particularly the women, but everybody to campus. And then they've been looking for opportunities to get together this spring and try and share the word. We had our outreach from somebody wanted to meet with our students, and that person, we were going to do some kind of panel, and they didn't follow through from their end. So anyway, hopefully next year we will be back in face-to-face and we'll be able to do things, additional things, but I appreciate everybody's work, particularly Mary's work in trying to carry things forward this year, and look forward to going forward next year.
Thanks, Dr. McCluskey. So the next thing that we want to do is to celebrate our seniors. I forgot to bring in the gifts. We have a little gift, a little physical gift that we will give to you. We will hunt you down and find you and give you your senior gift. And I was going to have it in here. I forgot to get it, but we'll find you and give that to you. So now what we like to do, it's our departmental tradition to give the seniors an opportunity to just to, first of all, introduce themselves, say what their major was, and if you have plans, if you know what you're doing, to say what you're going to be doing after you graduate. And also, if you have other things to share, we sometimes ask if you have a special memory or a story that involves the department, that you can share that. And lastly, if you have any information for the underclassmen, underclasswomen who are in the position that you were in some time ago, if you have advice for them, what do you wish you had known when you were in their position, we would love to hear it. So I'm going to call on all of our seniors in, I think, no particular order. And if you would just introduce yourself, and you can just share whatever you'd like to share. So we'll start with Kyle Brown.
Woohoo, on the spot. Love it. So I'm Kyle Brown. I'm graduating with a major in engineering physics and minors in computer science and mathematics. I'm going to be working at Naval Surface Warfare Center Dahlgren after graduation. I don't know precisely what I'll be doing yet, but I'm very excited to start that portion of my life. And any advice to the younger ones? I suppose take advantage of your time here. It'll be up much quicker than you expect it to. Go to the events. Everyone in the physics, engineering departments, or astrophysics, which is part of physics, but departments are all great people. You'll really enjoy it. And I just say make the most of your time here.
Thank you, Kyle. Is Hunter here? Don't think so. Zach Grieber? No. I don't see Trevor, but Victor's here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victor Cantapanos. I'm a engineering physics and chemistry double major with a minor in physics. My plans after graduation are to join the Material Science and Engineering PhD program at University of Virginia, where I'll be working on a corrosion and electrochemistry project in addition to taking courses. I guess one of my memories is when I asked Professor Woolard about solid state physics, about if it had been offered recently or if it could be offered. And we were able to get that on the books. And so I'm currently taking that right now with 4 other students. I recognize some people in this Zoom call that are in there, and we're having a great time in that class right now, learning a lot of different stuff at the intersection of physics, chemistry, and material science type stuff. So that was fantastic. And any advice I would say is just be invested in your classes and communicate a lot with your professors, because they'll be able to help you the most as you think forward about what you want to do and where you want to end up, and they can help you reach the goals that you have.
Thanks, Victor. Okay, I don't think Fletcher is here. Or Nico? No. Wyatt is here.
All right, yeah. Hey, I'm Wyatt Gray. I'm a physics major and an astrophysics minor. Let's see. So I plan on moving to Colorado in July. I'm looking for jobs right now, so I don't have anything, set up yet. But one memory I have, and I don't think my mom's on camera. She'll laugh about this though. It was whenever we were doing our department tour, and Dr. Spagna was giving it, and he was showing us around all of the apparatus that were there and everything, and he was giving some explanations. And afterwards, she looked at me and was like, "I have no clue what's going on here. Good luck," basically. So that was funny. But let's see. One piece of advice I would have is don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone for anything. If there's any interest you have, any class that you've ever wanted to take, go ahead and take it, because you're never going to grow otherwise. So, yeah.
Thanks, Wyatt. Next is Anshu.
Yes. So as y'all may have heard, I'm Anshu. I'm graduating with a physics major, a Latin major, and a mathematics minor. And I should also mention, it's like I'm one analytical chemistry course away from a chemistry minor, 1 3 or 4 credit course away from a computer science minor, and a history and philosophy of astronomy course plus lab course away from an astrophysics minor. And I've also taken a lot of coursework in biology as well. And I highlight this to show just the variety of things that are available at Randolph-Macon. I was very fortunate to have some very nice, very patient teachers. Victor would know he was the lab assistant for the inorganic chemistry lab last spring before it went online. So I apologize, Victor, for keeping you and Dr. Mate after on that alum lab. Yes, and then next year I will be starting a computer science PhD program. So this time I'll be taking a course in software development online at the College of William and Mary, and then next fall I will start the PhD coursework for a computer science PhD at the College of William and Mary. I'm very excited, and one of the things that it's like y'all have had a lot of good advice today, like take advantage of resources, reach out to professors and all. One advice I'm going to share is don't be afraid to ask about things. When I came into Randolph-Macon, I was on the Noise STEM Teacher Scholarship, and it's a great program for those who are interested in becoming a science teacher. And I like teaching, and I still do. It's like I take great pride in my work as a tutor. I'm very, very excited and honored that I'll be likely able to TA students next year, or to work as a teaching assistant. I don't know if it'll be as a lab TA, as a grader, or something else. Hopefully in a world where I'm able to work directly with students. We'll see. I take it by working with students all. At the same time, it's like one of the things that I really value in education is flexibility. And it's like on the teaching track, it's like not only are the specific science courses laid out, there's also the specific education courses as well. Not that I regret taking these courses. The 2 ed courses, the profession of teaching course, satisfied with social science credit, and the survey of exceptional children course was honestly one of the most useful courses I've taken in my undergrad studies. It was so useful and just so nice for getting a perspective on topics such as disability rights, diversity, inclusion, equity, universal design versus differentiation. Very useful course. That said, if there's a lot of courses that I wish I could have taken, like I mentioned, that I was a course away from multiple majors. I didn't realize it wasn't until my end of my sophomore year that I switched out of the noise program. And the reason I did it was because it's like, so I was going to intern at Dog in the summer. I was considering taking some money from them. So I asked the financial office, like, hey, if I drop noise, it's like, what would my scholarship amount would be? And it turned out that I'd get roughly the same amount of money, but just from a different account. If I had asked that question as a high school senior, my undergrad college expense could have looked very different. And again, it's not that I regret taking education courses or doing noise STEM summer camp and all, but again, there's just a wealth of opportunities. Well, I could have done more research. I could have taken more coursework. I could have still done more teaching, except maybe in more broad fields. Maybe I could have tutored computer science or chemistry or whatnot. So don't be afraid to ask for things. And also it's like, if I didn't ask last spring when Dr. Ned Cardney gave a talk in the fall to the William to RMC CS students and to RMC in general, about the William and Mary CS PhD program. If I didn't ask, it's like, how common is it? Like, could I still apply even if I'm not a major? And then he was like, yes, it is possible. And then Dr. Cooper talked to me. It turned out that even non-minors apply, and that's indeed the situation that I ended up in. It's like I was non-minor, I applied to the PhD program, and again, there's a second obstacle that I was considering not applying because I spoke with Professor Dominguez this summer, like, and multiple other professors. I wanted to do something medicine related. I didn't think I could do that at a CS PhD program until I spoke to Dr. Amanda Watson, whom I connected to Professor Cooper. She graduated last spring from William CS PhD program. She's now at the Precise Center at the University of Pennsylvania doing medicine-related research, exactly the sort of stuff I wanted to do. Again, because I asked multiple people about the CS PhD program and can I apply? Yes. Can I do medicine-related research? Yes. That's where I'm going next year, and I'm very excited for that. So ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions on a small scale. Like don't be afraid to interrupt your professor doing lecture, to raise your hands. Don't be afraid to ask people questions about financial aid or programs. It's like, hearing no is not a bad thing. And you might be surprised at the number of times you hear something besides no. So I apologize for taking up all your time again, probably by talking longer than I need to, including details that I don't need to, but yeah, ask people. Thanks.
Thanks, Anshu. And finally, Unity Bowling.
Hi, I'm Unity Bowling. Like Dr. Spagna said, pretty much everything but physics. I'm graduating with an English and Asian Studies double major and an Astrophysics and Gender and Sexuality and Women's Studies minor. Currently, I'm trying to choose which grad program I want to go into. It will likely be a MLIS program, library science, hopefully go into academic or observational libraries. So we'll see what happens with that. Like Anshu said, this is like a wacky time of year, and with the pandemic, it's even wackier. So everything takes a little bit longer than it needs to. I guess, I have so many great memories. I didn't come into this until like my junior year. So I didn't necessarily get as much time as a lot of people to take advantage of everything that the RMC offers in terms of like physics and all of that fun stuff. But the most pinnacle, I think, was talking to Dr. Spagna about working in the observatory. I don't know a lot of you, unfortunately, but I'm in a wheelchair, so a lot of times stuff like that isn't super accessible or even like remotely accessible. So I wasn't even sure if I would be able to like go in our observatory, and then I ended up actually being able to work there. So I owe a lot of the great experiences that I had in this program to Dr. Spagna. So that's one of many great experiences that I had. For everyone that's following behind us, maybe don't change like everything you're doing your junior year. Maybe try to do it like your sophomore year. But like a lot of people have said, just echoing that you can do a lot of different things on this campus. You don't have to feel like you're strictly stuck in one kind of field. You can take a lot of classes, you can pursue a lot of different things that don't necessarily seem to fit together to a lot of people, but if you enjoy it, it's worth pursuing. And this is a great campus to do it at, so don't be afraid to do everything that you enjoy. Don't limit yourself.
Thanks, Unity. And you mentioned working in the observatory, and I will reiterate, I said something about it before, but I remember when Dr. Spagna was looking over the plans every time there were new ideas or new plans for the observatory. He would look over them, and I remember that there was one plan where he just vetoed it because it was not accessible. And he said there's no reason that we're going to make a new observatory and not make it be accessible to everybody. So he really put his foot down when things weren't acceptable, and that wasn't acceptable. And we really appreciate him fighting to get that the way that it should be. So thanks, Dr. Spagna. So did I miss anybody senior wise? So I want to give anybody, any other faculty members or any of our guests a chance to say anything about their congratulations to the seniors, if you'd like to jump in and say just congratulations. Okay, so congratulations, seniors. And it's really been a pleasure being able to work with you. And we invite you back whenever you get a chance to come back and see us. We love to have visitors, and we will welcome you back, and certainly welcome you back to come and talk to our students. Our alumni are always really important resources for our current students, and we really consider ourselves a community that really includes our alumni. So at this point, the last thing that I want to do, what we normally do when we're together, is just open this up to anybody else who has an announcement. And since we have a few alumni, I want to open it up to the alumni too. If you haven't spoken, if you're not a senior, but you have some upcoming plans. So if you have an internship, or you have a program that you're going to be working on this summer that you can announce to us, then that would be great. We'd love to hear what you are doing. I know at least a few of you have some plans for the summer. And then I would also like to invite, I know we were talking to some of the alumni, I'd also like to invite our guests just to introduce themselves, say where you are, what you're doing at this point, just so that we can see your faces and know who you are. So I'll just open it up now to anybody who wants to make an announcement, or just introduce yourselves and say hi.
Sure, I'll start off. So hi all, I am Zach Deco. I'm an alumni, graduated in 2014. Seems like eons ago now, but I live now in Reston, Virginia, and work in Tysons, Virginia, which is kind of like a technical or data science kind of development kind of little hub now that's developed in Northern Virginia. I work as a research analyst, that's my position, but mostly I do a lot of technical writing. So essentially I'm preparing documentation and stuff for developers and for clients, whoever, so to speak, that needs the documentation. In terms of stuff I can maybe help to, sway or point people at, my work has been helping sponsor what's called Data Week DC, which is our company does a lot of data science work, which is essentially just a broad way of saying using stuff like you would learn here in physics to, applications, analysis applications, whether it be, medical, computer science, COVID, whatever it might be, or, the sort of analytics you're doing. And that's coming up in October. So if you guys are interested, check it out. There's cool talks, interesting, especially like Andrea was hearing computer science, stuff like that. If you guys are interested in those sorts of realms, it's a good opportunity. So yeah, that's it.
Well, hey guys, my name is Henry. Graduated 2015, was a physics and chemistry double major. Got my PhD from IU, from physical materials chemistry. I think back in May and June, and then moved to Hillsboro, Oregon, working for Intel as a lithography process engineer in one of the development fabs up here. So currently I'm working in Intel's 7 and 10 nanometer process technologies, working various development and coatings of different resists. And I guess one thing I would like to impart to graduating class and underclassmen is your ability to really hang in there, your grit and your ability to collaborate with various people. Those two things will take you far away.
Guess I'll be the last alumni. I don't see any other buddy. I'm Matt Stonick, class of 2016. I'm a current candidate or PhD candidate down here at Coastal Carolina University in Myrtle Beach, working on my PhD in physical oceanography. I'm also a current SMART Scholar, which is a DoD funded scholarship. So to any of the underclassmen or the juniors as well, I would strongly encourage you to apply to that scholarship. It's a very well known, at least within the DoD community, but it's provides you a lot of opportunities, and the biggest one is you're gainfully employed once you graduate. That's all I have.
Great, thanks, guys. And I know that there are some people who want to tell us what they're doing this summer. Don't make me call on you.
I feel like I have to follow that because I actually I got the SMART scholarship as well, but for a chemistry program. And this summer, I would, like Kyle, I'll be not at the Navy facility in Dahlgren, but I'll be in Indian Head doing stuff there. So I'm excited to see how that goes. So, yeah.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to say what they're doing this summer? Oh, Anshu has his hand raised.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't interrupt. I'll go ahead and ask just a quick question now. Zach, you mentioned, thank you for speaking. You mentioned speaking about your expenses in operations researcher. You mentioned some tech talks that might be of interest to computer science oriented folks. Where would we go to see those?
Yeah, so if you're looking for that, I think the website is dataweekdc.com, or you can do datacommunity.com. Both those are essentially the hubs more or less devoted to data science work. So if you guys have any interest in those, would highly recommend them. So all sorts of research and outreach to stuff all over the state. So I know like some of the head people are stuff from Virginia Tech and stuff that run a large chunk of the data community and with their data science program that they do there. So we're club, I think, there. So
cool. Datacommunity.com. Data community, datacommunitydc.org. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can go grab the links and I'll post them in the chat too. So
cool. Thank you. Yep. Other folks share, and then at the end, not to keep talking, but I just realized I don't have a memory. I did not mention a memory, and there is a memory I would like to share.
Okay, well, maybe that's a good place to start. Is there anybody else who hasn't said their plans?
This summer, sorry, I'm working under Dr. Pedro Salas at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory in Green Bank, West Virginia, to study Cassiopeia A, the supernova remnant.
Excellent, congratulations.
Thank you.
Anybody else who wants to share? So I think I'll go ahead and formally close this. I want to thank you all for coming. It's great to see all of your faces. And Matt, Zach, and Henry, and Ray, thank you so much for coming and joining us. I just want to say congratulations to the seniors, congratulations to everybody for another year. And I'll open it up to the other faculty members. And if you want to stay and chat, then please stay and chat.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you for all the nice things you said about me. I recognize that half of them are not true and the other half are probably exaggerated.
Not at all. And congratulations, Dr. Spagna, on your retirement and your newfound time to spend with Evan, your little grandson.
Absolutely.
You'll have to keep sending us pictures so that we can watch him grow up.
Yes.
Yes, please. And post them on your Facebook so that those of us who have graduated, my favorite memory, and I apologize for talking a lot, but this is something I want to share, is the time Professor Dominguez took drove me and her children to William and Mary, and driving and parking a commercial van from that was, I think, from the Environmental Sciences Department. Like, that was not an easy task. Parking it was not easy. Unparking it was not easy. So thank you for doing that for us.
I was proud of myself for doing that.
Yes, that, and I also hope you're proud of the amazing tour you gave of the William and Mary campus and the William and Mary community. And not gonna lie, those two things. Oh, that and the fact and the wonderful Indian restaurant where we had lunch. Those things all are things I look forward to that make me excited to attend William and Mary next time. Like, okay, it's a beautiful campus, it's a beautiful community. It's like if I remember the store where you worked, well, was it like a candy shop? A fudge shop? Like one of the first things I'm gonna do when it's safe is go and purchase a whole bunch of chocolate fudge and eat it. So
and you can eat at Nawab regularly. That was what I did. Yeah, you got to make sure that where you go to grad school has a good Indian restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fun trip.
Good.
So Henry, tell us how you like your job.
It is like Star Trek. imagine a clean room that's the size of, I'd say, 2 aircraft hangars. You'll literally walk 2 miles going from one end to the other end, all wrapped in Gore-Tex suits. Like you can just see this. You see robots with carrying over like $300,000 worth of chips just on them, like down the aisle and everything. You have $300 million EUV, extreme UV scanners just being built, constantly expanding. It is amazing.
Wow.
It's one thing to be in like a grad school lab, right? You just, you have your flask here, you have your expensive $100,000 NMR over here. Next thing you're working with tools the size of school buses.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you like, if we get you in, which I plan to ask you next year, if you can talk to our seniors, can you like give us a little tour of your space age workplace, or is it secret?
It is top secret, unfortunately. Number one thing they drill in you: don't talk about anything.
So no pictures. You can't take.
No pictures.
Nothing. We just have to take your word for it that it's like the future.
There's some stuff on YouTube which is, I guess, declassified for Intel.
Right.
Some pictures of our inside of the fab and everything.
So, Dr. Castillo, I'm asking because you're working at Intel.
Call me Henry. Oh, geez, I'm not that old. I still have hair.
You are a doctor.
So Henry, it's like, so you work at Intel. Do you work on? So, a couple questions.